So, what little girl doesn't dream of the perfect white picket fence? So, I finally got mine. I got this all for free off Facebook Marketplace. It's been kind of a chore. It was free, so it was in a little bit of rough shape. So, what did we do with our free picket fence? Well, I'm going to show you. So, the first thing that my husband painstakingly did for me, bless his heart, was he pressure washed it. After he pressure washed it, we put it together here and then I painted it. It took many hours to paint this, but I'm done. All but the gates could use some touching up, but I'm going to get to work today and show you how I'm going to use this beautiful spot here that nothing grew here on our property, and I am going to build myself a medicinal herb garden. So the paint came out just beautiful. Really happy with it. The space is approximately 26 by 26. These were all thrown away. We recycled everything in here. All the posts that we installed were just leftover things on the farm. We've spent no money except for paint. So before I start to put dirt in and my plants, I am going to cover the whole entire bottom with cardboard. I have literally been saving cardboard now for months. So I'm going to be laying this out the best I can to cover up the sod, and then I'm going to be putting dirt over top. So if you're like me, you have tons of cardboard saved up to go to the recycling. And so I just got that spread in all four corners, and now we're going to put dirt on. So I have quite a bit of cardboard. This one was the best, a big TV box. But cardboard now is in all four corners. And now I'm going to go fill up the John Deere bucket and start moving that dirt that we had delivered. So I finished up for the day. I've got all the dirt in all the corners, and I placed my little bicycle I'm going to decorate with here in the middle. And I put some dirt in the front here. And it's been a busy day and a hot day, but I'm ready to call it quits. Good morning. I'm out here in my herb garden working on my picket fence, and this is basically the second day of that, where I'm installing poultry netting around the bottom. It was kind of an afterthought. We put the picket fence up, and then I put the dirt in here, and then it was like, the bunnies can still get through the picket fence if they want to and attack all my herbs. So today I am on my second day of doing this wire. I had enough to do half of it, and then I ran out and I had to wait for more to come. And I'm basically using a stapler, some staples, and a wire cutters. So I'm going to continue on doing the second half of this, and then I get to start planting. So I'm back in my herb garden. This has been taking me quite the process. So the other day I went to string or lay all the wire to keep the rabbits out, and my staple gun broke. So I had to wait to get a new staple gun to finish it off. But now that all the wire is in place, dirt's in place, I'm ready to plant. So I wanted to share with you today that these are all the starts that I started this spring in my inside greenhouse. I have got horehound going here. There's horehound. I have red and yellow yarrow. I have a beautiful sweet William. And even though those aren't necessarily herbs, they will make for nice pollination. I have hyssop. I've got some cilantro here, geraniums. I also have some beautiful columbine. I have some pampas flower, more yarrow, some black-eyed Susan, some geranium, and I have a few more that aren't quite ready. I had some valerian in here. I think this is one of these is the valerian. Oh, here's the valerian. So anyway, these are all things I started. So if you had to go pay $5.99 for each one of these, it would add up quick. Now on top of that, I collect my own seeds. So in here you'll see I have all kinds of seeds. that I just throw in random buckets. We've got sunflowers. We have hollyhocks. I have yarrow. I know I have black-eyed Susans and echinacea. And this is just random little containers, and you keep the flower heads. And then you have the seeds. So anyway, let's get to work. So one of the fun things in my herb garden is this bicycle, which I will show you guys a little bit about in another video. But I am laying out my 4 corners here. I've already put in a couple horseradish starts and a few irises, and I went and bought a chocolate mint and an orange mint, which I'd had before in a previous home, which I loved. So I am going to go ahead and lay out everything, and then I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So I'm going ahead and I'm putting, this is my marshmallow. I'm going to go ahead and position a couple in each bed along with this red yarrow. I'm trying to plant things in different locations to see how they do in our sunny and dry climate. I'm hoping I can create a whole cottage garden herb theme here for pretty much for free. That's the goal. So I've went ahead and got all my starts in. Now, what you determine to plant may be different for you, but what I've started here, we have hyssop, valerian root, we have yarrows, I have mints, I have horehound, hyssop, valerian, I think I already said that, and I put in horseradish. I also have chives in another garden I'm going to be moving in here. I already have some herbs planted, but it would be too sunny in here, like basil and cilantro. So anyway, you too can get your own medicinal herb garden started for virtually free. I started these from seeds. I have about 15, maybe $20 in seeds invested, but I have enough to do it again next year. And hopefully these plants will go to seed and I can collect those seeds, because I did make sure that everything is GMO free and is able to be an heirloom or at least collected. So you can keep this going on and on and on and on. I got this fencing for free. The only thing that I really had to invest in was some paint. I did have to buy 2 gallons of white paint, and that was enough to do the inside and out. And I had to buy some gate hardware for one of the gates. Otherwise, this was free. And my main decoration, which I'm going to show you next, my bicycle, I also found for free. So whatever you're doing in your garden today, make sure you're also prepping for your medicinal herb garden. It is so very important that we have these things growing readily on our homesteads, so we can learn to make our own tinctures, salves, soaps, you name it. Be able to make it yourself, concoctions that you can take and learn about to have medication for your own family in case of crises, or if you just like to go down this path. I myself always reach for the homeopathic method first, and that's what I like to do. And I have found that it works. Did you know that valerian was Valium back in the day? So, you know, it's all synthetic now, but most of the things that we have taken for medicine came from an herb, a root. And then they've now turned it into a synthetic. But it started out as some holistic concoction that actually worked. So anyway, thank you for joining me here at Homesteading with Blue Sky Ranch. Hope you enjoyed seeing my herb garden, and come back next time. Like, share, and subscribe.